morning. So today I wanted to take some time to talk about the Waistbuster Pro because I'm going to use it this morning, so I figured now's a good time to talk about it. So this is something that I actually bought a couple of years ago. I saw it advertised through Groupon, so I used a Groupon to purchase it. It still cost me, I think, about $300 or so. But I've been a sucker for many years for gadgets, particularly when they're related to weight loss or physical appearance. And this one in particular, so my midsection is probably the most challenging part of my body, the part that I struggle with the most, because I was obese even from a really young age, and the way that I wore my pants, like right at my belly button line, I developed basically like a big fat roll that went right above my belly button. And so even as I have lost weight as an adult, I have, I had so many stretch marks there, and so the skin is like really loose. And I mean, I've basically been told by, I wouldn't necessarily say a medical professional, but someone who works in sort of the cosmetic industry, that they said without surgery I would never be able to have a flat stomach. So that sucks. But I've never even gotten close to having reduced my body fat percentage enough to even know whether or not that's true or accurate. But either way, anything I can do to sort of help my skin elasticity and help it, bounce back to how it should be would be great. And I can't remember exactly where I was, weight-wise or mentally when I purchased this. But anyhow, the Waistbuster Pro comes in this bag, this nice little carrying case. They sort of advertise that, like, oh, you're traveling, you can bring it with you. I would never do that. But anyhow, it's nice to at least keep everything, packaged and nice in here. So basically what the Waistbuster Pro is it is a device that you put around your waist, and it has these little, I don't even know what to call them, but they output infrared light. So it's an infrared light therapy device. So it's basically giving yourself like a spa treatment at home. And it also has a heat setting. So you can do just the red light, or you can do the red light and the heat, or you can do just the heat. I like to do both. And I actually have used it. The belt is large enough. It is designed so that if you're a larger person, you can still use it. And they do advertise like, oh, you'll have instant, measure your waist before and measure your waist after, and you could lose like 2 inches in your first treatment. I did that when I tried this for the very first time. I did the pre and post measurements, and I guess I'll still do them today for the sake of this video. But I did not see a difference. No immediate change in my waist measurements. I think maybe it would work. So when I've used this in the past, I sweat a lot. So perhaps if you sweat out a ton of water, then maybe people will see, sort of that immediate effect that they advertise. But I haven't personally seen it in the past. So, but yeah, so it comes with what they call a fascia buster. And so you're supposed to use the fascia buster about 10 minutes before you're going to do your treatment. And so it's these balls, these little spiky balls, and you're supposed to like rub it along your skin, along sort of all the way around. And so I think it just sort of primes the skin, sort of gets blood flow moving to the area. And I guess by its name, it helps break up the fascia, which is sort of those like connective bits in the skin tissue that lead to that sort of lumpy look with cellulite. So maybe, you know, it helps reduce cellulite. It's not particularly pleasant to use. When I use it on my bare skin, it can actually be painful in some places because they are like these sharp, sort of spiky balls. But you just use it for like 2 minutes, rub it for about 2 minutes over the area that you're going to treat. It does come with this tape measure, which what's nice about this tape measure is, you know, it loops around, so, you know, when you get it on your body part, you know, it's hands-free basically, and, you know, you get your measurements. But it also comes with this activator gel. So you use the Fascia Buster first, and then you're supposed to lubricate yourself with the activator gel prior to treatment. And I'm not really sure what the activator gel is supposed to do for you. But supposedly it's supposed to help the treatment work better. Oh, and I could actually, I guess, read the user manual. You know, that would be smart. But I've used this before, so. But this is what the device looks like itself. And like I said, it's a big belt. This is where it's going to be plugged in to the controller. But so there's all the little, I don't want to call them electrodes, that's not what they are, but all of the little infrared light thingies. And so yeah, you're supposed to wear this belt around your waist without clothes on, I believe. Because I'm not sure what benefits you would get if you're wearing clothes. But yeah, you wear it around your waist. This is the controller, so this plugs in to the back. And here's where you would control the amount of time, the level of temperature, and it does, the max temperature gets quite hot. I usually start there, but then oftentimes I have to reduce it because it gets too hot. And then the option for the red light versus not. And then also it comes with goggles, safety goggles, because you don't want to be looking at the red light. That is not good for your eyes. So what I actually like to do is to actually do this in bed. So I take off all my clothes, I put the belt on, and then I get underneath the covers. And so I put the covers up over the belt, and then I don't need to wear the goggles because none of the light is coming over these thick covers. It also kind of creates like a heated cocoon, so I really do get a serious sweat going. I mean, I'm pretty darn disgusting afterwards. So they actually in the instructions tell you to shower ahead of time, and they actually encourage you to use the Fascia Buster in the shower because they really want you to get that like blood circulation to the skin and everything. I don't do that because I have to shower afterwards. So I don't want to shower before and then shower afterwards. So I have not showered today. And so I did want to mention sort of the benefits of the red light therapy, why you would do this. The red light therapy penetrates like several centimeters, actually, it says, you know, into your skin, and so it's supposed to really help sort of activate the cells and the rejuvenation of the cells, or I don't know, some of those cellular processes that help in repair and reducing inflammation. And so one of the benefits of using this should be, you know, new skin cells being generated, which should help with your skin's elasticity and the appearance of your skin. And so that's ultimately why I'm using it on my midsection. I'm actually in the last week of an 8-week fitness program, and I will be taking my after photos in just a few days. And so if this will help make it look even just a little bit nicer, that would be great. And I haven't used this thing in months, and over the course of the few years that I've owned it, I've used it maybe 5 or 6 times. So I've been terrible. And in terms of the amount of money I spent for it, I definitely have not gotten my money's worth. But maybe I'll start using it more regularly, particularly now that I've been really focused on my fitness and nutrition goals. So in getting ready for summer, perhaps I'll actually start using this more often, and we'll see if I actually start to see positive results. But with that, I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to take off my clothes, use the fascia buster, get the gel on, get the belt on, get into bed, cook myself for a while, and then we'll be back. All right. So a few things that I forgot to mention is that they tell you to use the Waistbuster Pro when you're in a fasted state. And so I hadn't eaten yet this morning, and they do tell you for the best benefits that you should work out either right before or right after using it. So I did just, out of curiosity, I popped onto Groupon and saw that they're still selling it. Now it looks like it's about $399, and they advertise it as a at-home lipo device, and that it shrinks the size of fat cells. So not sure I believe that. I know when I bought it the first time, I had dug into the literature to see if there was scientific evidence that infrared light therapy works and actually has benefits, and it does. I did not re-look up that stuff for you guys today. I apologize. But I do remember seeing the evidence scientifically, which is why I had gone ahead and purchased it. But I don't remember seeing anything about it being like a lipo device. So I'll have to look that up again. But anyhow, I did do before and after measurements, and they did not change. I am not surprised. Something else I wanted to mention is that when you use it, you do oftentimes get these like red marks on your body, and I think it's from the extreme heat. And they do go away after a while. And I didn't get them too bad today. I did turn down the heat after a bit. And so I actually do multiple treatments. I sort of start at the upper abdomen, and then I move it down, and I actually turn the Waistbuster around so that the wider part is over my butt, and then the back part is over my lower abdomen. And then I move it down again and put it around my thighs, because who wouldn't want those waist-busting benefits in the saddlebag and thigh area? I mean, I would. So my total treatment actually ends up being like over an hour to get, all three of those areas done. So it's long. And yeah, the sweat starts to happen sort of when I'm treating like the second area, when my body temperature really starts to get heated up. But it wasn't too bad today. And I mean, to me, it's enjoyable, it's pleasant, it feels warm. I like feeling warm, especially because it's still cold outside. So it does kind of give you, if you ever used like an infrared sauna, it just kind of gives you that feeling. So it feels good. And so if there are benefits happening, even though I can't see them immediately, I'm willing to keep going and keep trying it out. So I'm actually going to try to start using it weekly now. So we'll see if I can stick to that. But I'll start using it weekly and, check in after a month or two and see if I think I'm seeing a difference. Obviously, I'm combining this with a nutrition program and with a fitness program. I would not expect you to see any... Sorry, I got cut off right there. What I was about to say is that I would not expect you to see any, magical results using the Waistbuster Pro, particularly if you're not doing anything with your fitness and your diet. So I think if you want to really get any benefits out of using it, you've really got to be like sticking to everything. So that's what I'm going to do. So, I mean, overall, I guess, would I recommend people purchase one? Given the price point, I'm thinking no, unless you have a lot of extra income. I have a feeling I was probably in like a weak moment mentally when I purchased it, probably feeling a little bit desperate for change, or who knows. I've gone through phases like that in my life, and so that's why I bought it. And of course now I already own it, so why not actually use it and see if it works. But would I recommend other people buy it? I don't know. It says the list price on Groupon, they were saying like it's valued at like $1,300. I have no idea. I mean, I have done other sort of spa treatments in the past, and perhaps I'll make some videos about that if I can pull together any of my old data or information from those. And so I'm not opposed to, treating yourself. But yeah, it's expensive. So, and I certainly don't see like any immediate benefits. So anyhow, that'll be it for today. So if you enjoy seeing me review sort of my random gadgets that I have acquired over the years, feel free to subscribe to the channel, because I've got more to pull out of the closet and start trying again. And if you liked this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. But yeah, so next time. Okay, bye.